Sorry.
Dead serious right now.
What?
I'm not joking around.
This cocktail just might be your next favorite holiday tradition. Think hot buttered rum meets Coquito, and it's called hot tiger's milk. With a name like that, I know you're interested. Here's how I make it. Let's go. Tiger's milk dates back to at least the 1880s in the cocktail world. Anyway, tigers have been making milk for long before that. I found a recipe for tiger's milk in the 1887 reprint of Jerry Thomas's Bartender's Guide. It's the blue one. I did look in the 1862 reprint, which is the red one, and it wasn't in there. So my theory is this may very well be the first publication of tiger's milk. Jerry Thomas calls it white tiger's milk, and it's essentially a cold milk punch made with egg, applejack, and peach brandy. Nothing like the drink we're gonna be making here today. In fact, after this came out, you started seeing other tiger's milk recipes pop up in other books, and they were all different. From what I could tell, the only through line was the fact that they shared the name tiger's milk, and they were all served cold. That is until the tiki era happened, when tiger's milk gets a facelift thanks to Don the Beachcomber. Now, I have the recipe here, and I do want to say one thing about Don the Beachcomber. As I've mentioned in the past, he was very protective with his recipes. He didn't want anybody making them. So it seems funny that we've got a printing in Sippin' Safari by Jeff Berry, The Beach Bum, Hot Tiger's Milk by Don Beach. You're probably wondering, how did it get in here? Well, it says, source, unpublished recipe from Dick Santiago's personal notebook. Awesome. Who's Dick Santiago? He was a friend and employee of Don Beach's back in the 1930s. And he wrote down a bunch of his recipes. This was one of them in his personal notebook. And that notebook made its way years later to Jeff Berry. Couple big changes here. Number one, Don Beach makes this a hot drink. Number two, he uses a batter, much like hot buttered rum. And number three, there's no milk in here at all. He omitted the milk and added cream of coconut to give it kind of a tropical flair. So it's a very, very different drink, but it's the one that I'm using as my template. The recipe here is pretty straightforward, it's simple, it's tasty, it is, but I think it could use a little bit more pizzazz. And no offense, Don Beach, but it can be better. So that's what we're gonna make today. First, we're gonna make the batter, then we're gonna make the drink. And I'm gonna show you the ingredients here in just a moment, but first, a quick word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by ZBiotics. ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was created by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in your gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make ZBiotics your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and feel your best tomorrow. If you want to try ZBiotics for yourself, click on the link below and use code ANDRES at checkout to get 15% off your first order. Plus, ZBiotics offers a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're not completely satisfied, ZBiotics will refund your money, no questions asked. Feel your best tomorrow, and as always, drink responsibly. Thanks, ZBiotics. On to the film. All right, so we're gonna do this in two phases. First, we're gonna make the batter, then we're gonna build the drink. For the batter, we will need butter, cream of coconut, honey, ground cinnamon, orange blossom water, and salt. This is it right here. I am using unsalted butter. The cream of coconut is homemade. I've used my homemade cream of coconut recipe in the past. I have revamped that recipe and I now use a rich cream of coconut recipe that I came up with when I was making the popsicles. Not many people watch that video. I guess Boozy Pops was just not an interesting thing. If you want to go check it out, check it out. They're really good. But the best part about that video is I was happy with my rich cream of coconut recipe. So I'm using that today. I'll leave the recipe for that down below, but if you don't want to make that, you can't be bothered, use Coco Lopez. Oh, also another thing about the butter is you want this room temperature. You don't want cold butter. Even the cream of coconut, I've let come up to room temperature, everything. Even so, have a little hot water handy. Let's build phase one. So our room temperature butter, this is half a stick or 4 tablespoons of butter. Go ahead and drop that right into your bowl. That. Now, your rich cream of coconut, 4 ounces. There's a lot of confusion around cream of coconut and coconut cream. They are not the same thing. We want cream of coconut. It has sugar added to it. It's a syrup. All right, so now 3/4 of an ounce of honey. This happens to be clover honey, which Don the Beachcomber specifically says in his recipe, but it really doesn't matter, a lighter honey. I'm not using a syrup, as you can see, so it is a little bit thicker, a little bit more of a nuisance, but it's all gonna work out okay here. Half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. For you aficionados out there, I'm using Ceylon cinnamon. It's a little bit milder. All right, orange blossom water. You don't want too much, but you want enough so you can taste it. We're gonna add 12 drops of orange blossom water. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I got 13 in there, which is good. I like a little extra orange blossom water in my batter. Everybody knows that. And then 1 pinch of salt. It's like a medium pinch. I think that'll be good. And then we mix it up. So this is why you want that butter really soft. I have made this once before when I was kind of working out a recipe. I used really soft butter, but then my cream of coconut was cold, so the butter got cold. See how that just kind of like gets clumpy like that? We want it all to come together. Check this thing out. This is like a frother. If you have a more powerful mixer, now's the time to use it. Look at that. This is, come on, come on.
Why don't you just use a normal whisk?
I don't have one here. There we go, it's working, it's working, it's working. Is this bad television?
Use a whisk.
No, babe, look how small the whisk is. I'm going manually. I'm gonna try this with my hand, but I only have a teeny tiny whisk. This actually works better. I still have little bits of butter in there. If you have a normal size whisk, use a normal size whisk. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of hot water, and that will help melt everything. I'm just gonna eyeball this. There we go. Just needed some lube.
Oh my God. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh my, I'm dead serious right now.
What?
I'm not joking around. Why are you using that?
To whip it.
Just use a freaking spatula and smash the bits of butter.
To add air.
You can do that later and not get me all splashed up with the stuff. Okay, now you do it.
I would not recommend this product. So there we have the batter, thin enough to pour. Now we can make the cocktail. This tan, thick gloopiness is gonna make our drink very yummy. Now to make the drink, we'll use that same batter that we just made, and we will add Demerara rum, evaporated milk, and hot water. Might be saying, Anders, I thought that there was no milk in this recipe. And in Don the Beachcomber's recipe, there is no milk, but I am adding in some evaporated milk to add some richness. This is what I found works the best. Let's build. This recipe is for a 10-ounce glass. First thing we wanna do is get the cup hot. So add in some hot water, temper the glass, let that sit for a minute. You can dump out that water, and we'll start with the batter. 1 ounce of our tiger's milk batter. Batter. Now we can add 1.5 ounces of our rum right in the glass. Doesn't look great at this point. I'm gonna level with you. But that's why we've got our little whisk. You can get that all mixed in. I'm gonna add 1.5 ounces of the evaporated milk. Give it a stir. And top it off with 5 ounces of hot water. So there it is. Grate some nutmeg across the top. And for garnish, a clove-studded orange peel. So these are spots, but I'm going for kind of a tiger-ish theme. Set our little studded peel right at the edge like this. And there we have hot tiger's milk. Cheers. Oz.
Yes.
Oz, come join me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hot tiger's milk.
I've got one for you, and then Movie Magic, I've got one for me. We've got 2 tiger's milk. The cloves are like little tiger teats.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Look at these the teeth of the tiger. Do I put this in or it's just
Yeah,
for
you can
looks?
totally drop it in. You can like hook it on one of the
Okay.
one of the
Oh,
cloves.
it's like taking a bath. Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
What do you think?
That's delicious.
That is pretty tasty, right?
Tastes like a melted caramel or butterscotch. Tastes like butterscotch.
It's really decadent. It isn't like overly coconutty. You'd think it would be kind of that suntan lotion coconut sweet.
No, it's not.
But it's not. No, it's rich, kind of candied, a brown sugar flavor.
Well, also, you didn't use Coco Lopez. I feel like Coco Lopez
That is true.
more coconutty than I care for, but.
Yeah, I really do hope you try the rich cream of coconut recipe that I have listed down below. Very well.
Very well, very well. How's everybody doing? How's the holiday season coming along? Stressful? There's a lot happening all at once. Just a lot of it just,
Are you, how's the gift giving season? How are the gifts?
How are the gifts?
How are the gifts?
How's your wallet?
How's
That's
your
more
wallet?
How's your bank account,
Yeah,
huh?
thank you for being here always. Thank you, ZBiotics, for sponsoring today's film. Don't forget your merch. Grab your grenadine and falernum.
Check out House of Bitter Bear, which is a website from which you can purchase bottles that are used on this channel specifically.
Well said. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Hot Tiger's Milk.